Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to our Jayco 26Bh 2017 model. Let's take a walk. So, on this driver's side compartment here, you're going to locate two totes. These two totes have everything that you're going to need for your camping. I.e., you have your water. Call this our clean tote here. It's going to have your water, your LP hose for your grill, and some fittings. On this one here, you're going to have your hose to wash out your black tank, your black tank sewer hose support, and whatever else you may need for your black tank. These compartments are located inside of here. Coming around here, this camper is also equipped with 40 gallons of fresh water on board. So if you're going to do some boondocking, you just take your water hose supplied from your campground or from your house, hook it up inside of here, and you fill up your tanks. Going back here, you have your city water connection. So let's say you're at a state park and it's got water connections available. You go ahead and use the blue hose back there with some fittings, and you attach your water hoses here, and you have water throughout the camper. Right here is going to be your power cord located behind this cover. And then you have an outdoor shower for when my 3 daughters get dirty. We whip this thing out and rinse them off before they go back inside and take the dirt inside there. This is also located, this device here is located for the black tank flush out. So after you're done removing all the stuff that you don't want to touch inside the tanks, you can take the water hose that's inside the dirty tank here, the white hose, attach it from here to your water supply, turn it on, and it's like a rinsing device from inside the tanks. For your tanks, the sewer hose is located inside the back bumper here in this little magnetic cover. Pull it out, it's right here attached. I'm going to come around to the other side here. So on the campsite here, we have located this large door, and this is going to give you some more storage compartments along with a refrigerator. This only operates while attached to shore power. It cools up pretty quickly. That way you can keep your beer ice cold and some kid sodas up in there ready to go. On the side here, we have a couple of outlets, so that way you've got some power wheels or something you need to keep charged. If you're attached to shore power, these will have power as well. There's a set there, and there is another set located behind the door right here. The door on this one has a security latch right here. You just bring the door over, you put the latch inside, and now your door doesn't move. Your screen door also attaches to the front door as well. To open it, you just pull down this one cover right here. It's located on this clear cover, and that way you can open the screen door from the inside or from the outside. As you can see here, it operates just like that. Located on this camper is the weights, restrictions, and capabilities of this trailer. So you never want to exceed your truck's towing capacities, and the main number you don't want to exceed is this one right here. If your truck cannot support that, you don't want to tow this camper. On the passenger side as well, you will have your passenger storage compartment inside of here. Inside of here is going to be located all your towing and hitching devices. So your weight distribution bars, some jacks, swiveling, sway control. We also include with this camper, safety is our #1 priority. So we want to be able to provide you with the ability to maintain your tire pressures. Some of our units have monitors on the tires. This one here, we don't have monitors on this one yet, but we have a pump that goes for all the tires. So that's when you can turn it on, check your pressures, and you can also inflate your tires as well. It's also battery operated. You just use this hose back here, attach to the hose to the tire, set your pump numbers, and then just press power. Let's take a look inside. So in this Jayco, we have a queen mattress up front with a curtain that divides us from everyone inside the coach, a jackknife full-size sofa, our dinette area, full-size sink, oven, refrigerator, and microwave. With this coach, we do have included cutting boards and panels to cover up the top of the sink here. You just place these on top, and now you have more counter surface. So now you can put the sink off to the side here, and you have all this area to work and prep your food. These also come right off. and get stored right down inside of here next to the Clorox wipes for cleaning. And we also happen to have a drainage dish here, so that way if you need to do some silverware, just push down, push this into place. You can put your utensils on this side and put your plates and such on this side. It just sits right inside the sink there. This doesn't want to stay still. And you can wash your sinks. Inside of here as well will be a knife block. That way you have a couple things you could cut your steaks with, because if you're camping, you want steaks. Underneath the sink, we'll have some of your utensils. Inside of here, we have disposable cutlery, some knives, some scissors, and salt and pepper. Underneath here, we do have some, if you like doing dishes, we do have some hard plates with some kids' silverware and some kids' plates and bowls. And down here, we also include all these utensils, which we'll highlight in another video as well. Above storage is included the following items inside of here. We have some paper plates, just some random condiments that we've collected along the way. And then over here is some more storage up here. Some pots and pans, a Keurig coffee maker, and some coffee, because let's be honest, camping you still require coffee. Underneath the dinette seats will be located some games. A nice fork for your s'mores. We have a bunch of games inside of here. Younger age, some adult games as well, but mostly all kids focused, because let's be honest, that's what we're taking camping for, is usually for kids. That's located in this one. Then you have some more over here. Some frisbees, cranium, a couple random games. You just go through there, make yourselves at home. This oven is just like any other camping oven that we have. You're going to want to use the pilot light that's underneath here that we highlighted in another video. It's inside the back here. You just light the pilot light, and then you operate the oven the same as you would as we highlighted in the other operational video for the oven. You just turn, push it to pilot, light the pilot light, and then set your temperature. Make sure to always have your fan on. You always want to have your fan on to exhaust any LP gases you may have inside of the coach. Switching places here, we do have a mounted 20-inch TV. It is on a swivel here. You can pull it around and maneuver it. Just make sure to kind of grab from behind. This is a camper, so the wall is pretty thin. We also have our entertainment system, which has indoor and outdoor speakers. So when you turn this guy on, you can also have your radio between the inside and the outside. See, inside on zone 1, zone 2 is outside, and you can mix them and match them as you choose. The remote for the radio is attached right here, and as soon as I fix this Velcro, this remote is attached just inside of here. To turn on the antenna, you can see that little green light up there. There's a button next to it. If you press it and it's off, the antenna above the camper is not on. Once that is pressed, it is on. It's typically just left on just for simplicity reasons. Back here is our two twin bunks. Two full-size twin bunks with this half moon cutout. This way you can have the kids sleep up here, or you can make that into a toy room. Same thing with down here. They're both about the same size. There is some exterior outlets inside of here, along with a light. And you also have your outlet right here, just standard 110 outlet, which works on shore power only. And that's available on both bunk units. Above the coach is the antenna for the TV. So if you get to a camping spot and you need to check the antenna, you press it inside, and then you can rotate it and find your station. As long as you press in, the antenna moves. Rotate it all the way to the front till it stops for travel. There's instructions here. It says rotate to a certain direction for travel. It doesn't go up or down, it just faces a certain direction, so you want to make sure you do that. Here is located our refrigerator. As you can see, currently it is completely off. As we explained in a previous video, right now it is not cooling. This is to indicate that the gas is not on and that shore power is off. So we need to turn the gas on to get that fixed. But in the meantime, I'll show you the inside here. So I got an 8 cubic inch refrigerator. This is a little bit on the larger side for most coaches. This way you can put a bunch of stuff in there. We have a family of 5. The bigger it is, the better for us. We're trying to keep these cold at all times. This unit is plugged in and the fridge is usually cold, so when you come to pick it up, it should be cold, ready to go. We can put your cold stuff in there, turn the LP on, and you can go down the road and have everything stay nice and cold. On this coach, the bathroom is just adjacent to, or the dinette. The sink area for the bathroom is just adjacent to the bunks here. Underneath here you'll have some hand towels and some bath towels. We'll also have some tablets to put inside the waste tank that go down the toilet, so that way that the smell is kept to a minimum. We got some hand towels here and some bath towels. And then we have some above storage here. Usually stocked up a little bit better than this. Right now we're in between events. And then you have your water here and a soap dispenser. Let's go into the bathroom here. This door here reveals your throne and your shower. It's plenty of room. While it looks a little bit tight there, it is not all that bad. I am 6'1", and with shoes off, currently on, I can come in here and I have enough room. There is a sunlight here that helps out, but as you can see, even without the sunlight, I do have some room. You also have your shower curtain, your water line here, and then an on and off valve for the shower. So that way, if you happen to be boondocking, leave your water on, you can just turn this valve here, and it'll stop the water flow versus turning on and off the water down here. Conserving while doing boondocking is key, so you don't want to waste so much water and use up your tanks. This coach has two trash receptacles in it, one inside of here, and another one located at the front, just behind the couch there. With this Jayco, we've included 2 fans to help circulate the air inside the bunks. We like to set these up, and there are batteries inside of this cabinet right here. So that way you can have some battery backup, and there is a plug inside the cabinet as well. Basically, these are designed to get the airflow into the bunks. The bottom bunk does not have an AC vent. It just uses the air from within the coach, which while is very cold, it's also nice to go ahead and turn that fan on. Just stick it right there on the very end, and it helps keep everyone inside of there nice and cool to help circulate the air. There is a vent or a vent indicator, there is an AC inlet right here on the top of the top bunk. We do like to put the fan one here and one here just to help circulate air inside of there. As a note on this camper, we like to go ahead and whenever you're in travel, notice how the table is turned in this direction. So I'm going to take these fans and go ahead and put them in the storage compartment up here, where we also include a first aid kit because accidents happen even while camping. Ask me about the time I lost my glasses in the bottom of the Withlacoochee River. So what we do is we gotta just slide it on out, turn it a little bit. You just look at the legs there, and now you are in your dining mode. The only reason why we turn it is so that way it doesn't hit the screen and the window over here, because during travel this does tend to move, which is fine. This does double as a bed. This will convert down and fold down, and then you can take and put the cushions across it. We will highlight that in another video. We do not like to use this unless it's last case resort, because the jackknife sofa is very much easier to operate. Once you remove the cushions, all you need to do, pull off your side cushions, grab the bottom, lift up a little bit, voila, bed's made. A lot easier than the dinette set, but it is also available to maximize people inside of here. Up front here, we have our queen. That's what my wife likes me to call her. I mean the bed. So inside of here, we do have some extra lighting. There's 3 lights, 2 underneath the headboard here, 1 at the top here, an AC vent. It's everything nice and cold. 2 wardrobes with hangers here, and then abundant storage all the way across the top of here for whatever you may have and or need. There is a TV mount. There is not one in here yet, but if you so desired, we could move it from that location to this one. You have your windows and your curtains here. They're simple pull down and pull up, no cords. This window to open it, this is an emergency exit window. So with this one here to vent it, this is in the locked and stored position. All you do is push this tab in, lift up, slide it, and then let it down. There's a little notch there that it falls into. Otherwise, it just kind of flops all around. Doesn't do you any good. So that way, if there was an incident and you're inside of here, pop out the screen and you can jump out. Hopefully that will never happen. The other windows do crank open. All you would need to do, turn this one to the left to close it, turn it to the right to open it. The jackknife's opened a little bit there, let some fresh air into the coach. We don't have it hooked on the shore power at the moment, so we're just using up the windows. Let me show you the control panel here. With this Jayco 26Bh, it's a pretty simple control panel here. We have our batteries indicator, we have our fresh water indicator. Currently the tanks are 3/4 of the way full. Black water, and our gray water. I would like to note that on any coach you come across, the black and the gray, because of the items that might be inside of them, the sensors don't always read correctly. Whenever you rent a coach or a camper from B&G, these are cleaned and they are empty, regardless of what these say. We always make sure of that, number one. Inside of here are the lighting indicators. So for here you have the house, the outside lights, and then the kitchen. You can also come up to them, and each one does have a button. So if it did work the other day and it doesn't now, just press the button. It'll go along with that. This control panel also gives you control of your power awning outside. Pretty straightforward, in or out. Water pump. This will turn on the water pump so that way the onboard water is available at this point. So with that switch on, and I'm not hooked up to any shore provided water, I now have water within inside my camper. So if I'm boondocking and have no hookups, I have the water inside those 40 gallon tank. If you were hooked up to water at the city line, the one I showed you on the side back there, you would not need this on. So we'll shut that off. This camper does have two opportunities to heat the hot water system. One provided by LP gas, the other one provided by electric. On this, if you are located at a location with shore power and you're plugged in, electric is going to be the way to go. LP is going to be if you have no hookups, and let's say you're at a rest stop or something, you want to take a shower, you just hit that, turn on your tanks like we showed in the previous video, and give it a little bit. It will get hot in about 15 minutes. The best trick I found to this tank is so when you turn one on, so we'll demonstrate the hot one at this point on the electric, you would then turn the faucet. I tend to take the furthest one from the hot water, which would be this outlet here, turn on the hot water, and just let it ride for a little while. See, there's no water coming out because we don't have any water hooked up. We'll turn on the fresh water pump, and you'll see here, water is now filling up the hot water tank, and it will be hot in about roughly 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long you run that water. The longer you run it, the longer it will take to get hot. What I tend to do is let it run a little bit, burp the air out, let it sit for a little while, say we'll go make some food, and then come back to it, and it'll be nice and hot. So in travel conditions, you want to have all of these off. You always want to make sure that the water pump is off if you are in travel or not using the water, and go ahead and have the LP and the electric water heaters off at that time. And this is all located just behind this panel right here with this handle. To operate the awning, it's very straightforward and simple. We do have some rules that go along with it. We tell everyone to operate this at their own risk. If there is wind or weather in the area, always have it folded into the camper. But today is a beautiful day. We want to have some shade out front, so we're going to go ahead and roll it out. Right now it's stored against the camper. We're going to hit the switch here. You can hear it start to pull itself out. Give it just a minute, it'll go on out there. And you want it to go out until you see at the very end there's going to be a little flap right there. So now I've let go of the button. Your awning is completely extended. If you are in a condition with a little bit of wind and or weather, you want to drain the awning. You want to pull down like this. And we use this lock here so that in case there's going to be some rain and the awning happens to be out, let it come down this way. So that way it doesn't just pull. But there is a secondary safety feature. All of these awnings are also gas strut operated. So as of right now, it's pushing itself fully out. So if there was to be some rain or no wind, it will slide itself down on its own. Again, we do not recommend using this when there's more than 15-mile-an-hour wind and or there is rain. These are very flimsy and can rip off pretty easily. We don't really want to do that. So you pull it back in, left it just in the same condition, make sure both locks are loose. We're going to come to the switch, just press the in button. Make sure you've taken all of your bathing suits and anything you left out there to dry off of the awning arms, just to make sure that nothing gets caught up in it. I'm gonna bring it all the way in. You'll hear it kind of clunk, and you stop the button and let go, and it's all the way in. Now it is safe to travel with that awning pushed inside of there. And as you can see, the light inside of the awning there is on right now, and that is controlled by this switch right here that says inside or outside lights, which also controls the light right here underneath the step to help illuminate your way into the camper at night. While in travel mode of this camper, we do recommend to use all safety precautions, and one of them is doing this. So we've shut the door, got the camper all ready to go, we're hooked up, ready to go home. Bring your steps in, lift up the handle, turn it inside. This way, just in case something happens, it's just a secondary safety precaution. If this door happens to open, this handle's going to stop it. Okay? So that way everything's safe to go. 2 locks and keys are provided as well. And that's basically it for the 26 Winnebago. It is designed as a family camping good time, budget priced, and very simple to use. No slide out headaches, no extravagant hookups. You can just get there, hook up, and be done in roughly about 5 to 10 minutes most times. More than enough room for at least 8 people. If you really push it, you can get up to 10. Don't like to get that much because that is a little cramped. But otherwise, we try and include as much as possible. Everything you've seen here is included, plus some games that we have underneath the coach. I think it's a beanbag toss game, and then we also have some other games as well that we're trying to include in it as well. There's a gas grill provided that's in the back there that is in service at the moment, so I can't provide that one. But there's also some camp chairs as well. And if you have any questions, please email us, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks and have a great day.